Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is November the 4th, 2012. Okay, I made a video earlier and I mentioned that I had something else that I couldn't remember at the time, but here it is. I remember it now. And this is a beauty. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize how awesome this one was. Whew. Mare Oriental reversed. Mare Oriental reversed. Okay, so let me just bring this down for a second and just show you that I have, what I did is I took Siberia, basically. Oh, come on. I took Siberia from up here because if I overlay a picture right here, it won't work because it'll squeeze the picture too much. See how it squeezes the picture up here? Okay, if I center one right here, it's really going to squeeze the picture, so it'll deform it. So I had to bring Siberia down here to where I can work on it, to where it's the right shape, and then I can put a crater over the top. This crater that I put over the top, that I lined it up to, was one that I had it set in place already. Just in the Pacific, just for other things. It didn't line up with nothing. It lined up with the ones that I put on top of it, but in layers, you know what I mean? But this one right here is beautiful, and I'm trying to remember. I'll try to remember as I'm making the video what led me to this point right here. But check it out. Just check it out. Check out Japan. It just fell into something led me here. I can't remember what it was. It led me right to this real quick. And you can see, look at that. Look at Japan. That is awesome. You see Japan right here? See that? There's the claw prints of mistakes right there. That's the claw print right there. If they talk, I don't know. I've seen it in the Sailor Moon musical. That part they say something about the claw print of mistakes or something like that in a song, and that's it. I know that's it because this is. I know what they're talking about when they say that stuff because it just all makes sense. I've seen the claw prints in the clouds many times. So look at that. That just lined right up. I just noticed it just now. I just now turned it back on I did this earlier, and I was just trying to remember which one I lined up with it, and then it was this one. And before I hadn't even really looked at it. I just looked at it real quick. I was in the middle of doing something else, and now that I only looked at this right here before I made the video. That's all I looked at. And this curve right here. Check it out. Check it out. Wow. That is bad. Whew. Look how big the moon is. Look at how big our moon is. Wow. And you know what else I'll do right now? I'll just put up the USGS one too, just so you can see. Or not the USGS, but the NASA one. The drawing from 1978. Bring that one up too. Take me a second to find it. Just a second. It's right here somewhere. Not that far down. These are reversed. Right. This one. Okay, Mare Oriental. You see it's reversed. There's the letters backwards. This is NASA. It says right below it, right here, or right on top of it. One of them, NASA, prepared for NASA. And we get it lined up on this one here. That'll be a little bit. So it looks a little bit different than the actual crater itself because it doesn't have as much shading in it. This picture, so it's kind of strange. It's hard to get lined up right because you got to try to look at it. It's pretty close. Needs to be bigger. And actually, I do have this too big. This isn't to scale because I have that Siberia overlaid in the ocean, and it's a little bit bigger than it is than Siberia actually is up where where it is. So it's a little bit bigger than what it should be. But not much bigger. Oh yeah, that looks like it right there. See, I got that lined up. Look, you see this area right here? Look, that's lined up. See it? So this is a drawing of Mare Oriental done in 1978 for NASA. It's It's pretty detailed, but and I've used it. I used to use it, in, when I first started. Not back when I first started, but after I started, finally I got this one, and I was doing this one, using this one for a while. It's the same. It's lined up right there. Believe it or not, it's the same thing right there. Just looks a little different. But let's check it out over Siberia too. Okay, so we want to turn off. It's weird. Look at that. Look at that fit. I had no idea that would fit like that. Look at that. Look at these right here. That one too. Look at them. Look at all of them. See Japan. This is I mean, that's why I say people drew these maps. Okay, people people that draw maps, that drew the lunar maps, that before they drew the lunar maps, they drew maps of the Earth. So, them people that did the lunar maps know. They know. NASA knows, and so does the government, and so do the scientists, and we don't. We do. I mean, I do now, but I mean, we do now. Look at that. That is not a coincidence. I'm trying to tell you that is not a coincidence that fits that way. I had no idea that those three things were going to line up or anything. I didn't even put this one over this yet. Look at that. Boom. Another impact. Lined up correctly right there. Wow. Turn the weather. The weather won't do nothing here because it's not in the right place. But look at that. Mare Orientale. Look into my eye. Look into my eye. That's the eye. Right there. It's a good one right there. I just wish I could figure out what led me to this. I'm trying to remember. What led me here? Some other overlay, that showed Siberia nearby or something, I guess. Pretty incredible. I mean, it has no relation to where it's at. It's just, I'm just using this as my canvas to work, because you put it by the equator, the picture stays perfectly round. You see, if I pull this picture up towards the pole, either one of the poles, it starts to squeeze the picture as I get closer to the pole, and you have to do it in the middle of the ocean. So there you go. Put that there, and put the other one back over the top. Oh, yeah, here. Japan, that's cool. I mean, right here you can see this right here. You can see this curve, and then you see Japan. You just know. You have to let your common sense take charge and tell you, if you don't believe it. I mean, I know it's hard to believe because we've been told all these things for all these years about the moon, and they seem so logical. I guess they never really seemed logical to me. I mean, the moon was real close to the Earth. It's right there, 250,000 miles away approximately, and everything else is just millions of miles away. So, if anything hit the Earth, there it is, right there. There's your impactor right there. There's your Nemesis. There's your destroyer. There's your Planet X, right there. I'm not going to call it Nibiru because everybody's got their Nibiru thing, but I think it is Planet X. Look at that fit. That's beautiful. Siberia. You can only tell by looking at Siberia now. If you just look at Siberia and look at this geology, you would only know that something happens there. just by looking at. I mean, I haven't been there, but I've watched documentaries on that area, and I've tried to find all I could. And you can tell by the geology. I mean, the Siberian traps. I mean, 50,000 times more lava than Hawaii. Hawaii's big, big island, whatever. 50,000 times more lava than Hawaii. Because the moon hits there. Ooh, pretty interesting. See what's in Siberia. Let's just go up here and see what's in Siberia. Let's see where that centers out at. Center of the impact is right there. Find it over here. Oh, too far. Is that right here somewhere? Damn it. Right here. Next. Okay, I got it. Think. Right here. Right there. I'm going to type in iron. Okay, let's see. Nothing up there in Siberia. They're not going to tell us what's up there. Let's just type in Siberian iron or something like that. Nothing. Okay. Siberia steel. Nothing. Come on. Damn Russians. High desert boating. What's this? Huh. Look at Siberia. No, it's not in Siberia. That's in somewhere else. America. Nothing in Siberia up here. Okay, so if I just type in Siberia, I wonder what if it even brings me to Siberia. Why not? Siberia, California. Gotta love that. Oh, Siberia, California. That's funny. That's funny because Siberia. If you check this out. This is another thing that I've learned. Okay, another thing that I've learned. Up here at the North Pole. Okay, I've done this once before, but it's not. I don't remember where I have it set up. It's somewhere I might up here set up. But if you, right here, this coastline right here, in California, right here. You put this right here together with Siberia, and they fit. They had to be together at one time. The coast of the United States basically, and this right here. Actually, part of Canada too goes up there too, but right here, California's right in here somewhere, and it fits perfectly. And then I looked it up. The things that they have in common, they share that are the same, or like they both have. The irises are native to Siberia and California. The iris, the flower, iris. So they share that, and that just, I mean, it just shows, you can see that they fit together, and then they have all these, that in common, basically. And so that's another thing. North America was up here, along here at one time, right along this area at one time. I mean, look at that Japan. That one again. That was so cool. Where's it at now? Shit. Yeah, that's a good one, people. It's just another one. I don't see how you could actually fake this. I just don't. There we go. shapes in. This creates India too. This shapes India as well. This shape right here shapes India. So it shapes this. The tip of it shapes Japan. And look at that, the claw print. They're right in that claw print. Right. Look at that. That's why they have earthquakes. Look in Japan. Look at that whole island. Wow. It just that whole island, all of Japan basically went down inside this right here and created that. It created the island. Probably during the impact. It probably wasn't there before, or either that or that. I don't know. I guess it could have been the Earth that created that shape on the moon. I doubt it, though. This moon's hit so many times and it stays the same shape. I don't know. It seems like it's just a rock. The moon's just a solid rock that hits the Earth, apparently. I mean, it's hit so many times. There's probably nothing left but rock. That probably is the core of Nibiru. That'd be funny. Excuse me. The core of Nibiru. That's from Nibiru's come and gone so many times. Last time it came, that was it. All that's left is the core. Our moon. But I'm telling you, people that don't believe that this is true, sooner or later you're going to have to accept it. I guess you're not going to have to. But I mean, it's late. I'm tired, as you can tell. So I just wanted to show that. That's a really good alignment here. Real slow. Check out one more time. Real slow. Oh, shit. Turn on. Look at that fit. Wow. This part right here especially. Beautifully. See, that's one I should have found a long time ago. That's a pretty easy one right there. It's just the Siberia's up there, and like I said, you got to take the picture down from up there and bring it down here. But, always a time. Sooner or later, you're gonna get it. There it is. There's another one. Chalk up another one. Damn, didn't you know that one was there? All right, have a good night.